it's the end of the day. It's the weekend, people. And there's nothing like that Friday drive home feeling. It's just as good as the whole weekend in itself. It'd be crazy if we went to that 4-day work week and rocked out the 3-day weekends. But, you know, once you have a good idea like that, it feels like there's somebody who has no imagination or can't think outside the box who finds a reason why that wouldn't work. You know, like, well, work 4/10s? What are we gonna do about childcare? I don't know. Let's figure it out. You get 3 days off. Let's just figure it out. I don't understand why everything has to be so complicated, or why people are addicted to the difficult lifestyle. You know, the difficult way of living. I don't get that, but you know, we're still working, you know, 40 hours a week. We're still going to our jobs for 40 hours a week. Most people could probably realistically be there for 27 hours and get everything done. And nobody loses any money. Nobody loses any productivity. None of that, you know. But that's just, just things change. But feeling good. I think I'm taking care of myself. One thing my wife told me last night, I was just kind of telling her how I've been feeling. I haven't been feeling great, to be completely honest. The mental energy, the mental health, the physical well-being hasn't been up to par. And it kind of just got normalized. I feel like I just, accepted that I wasn't feeling great. And even like, you just kind of go through those seasons where you're just like, okay, let me just get through this week, let me just get through that week. Then the weeks kind of just keep piling on, the days and the weeks, and they turn into months, and you're like, okay, I'm still not feeling better. That's kind of where I felt like I landed yesterday. Like I said in a recent video, I screwed up something. I just felt crappy about myself. I was like, am I in the wrong profession? So there's always, that grass is greener type mindset. If I just got a different job, if I just did this, if I just changed that, things would be better. But we all know that's not true, And so anyways, my wife and I were talking. I was just telling her how I've been struggling, and she said she noticed I've been low energy, and that was like kind of an eye-opener. And it was hard to hear, but it was also nice to hear. In the one sense, it was hard to hear. I was like, oh wow, like I'm kind of I'm not as incognito as I think I am. But then on the other end, like, it feels nice to be seen, and I felt seen by my spouse. But she said something really nice, and it was honestly inspiring. Like, and she just has a great way of doing this all the time, like on a daily basis, in the small ways and the big ways, always in all ways. But she was just like, yeah, it just seems like you're just like getting it done through willpower, like handling your responsibilities. She's like, don't get me wrong, like you're doing awesome. Like everything I need you to do, everything that you need to do is getting done. But it just seems like you're doing it out of sheer willpower. And that was like a really fascinating way to put it, because I think I have been doing things just out of sheer willpower, and that's not good. That's not good. You can grind it out for a little while, but you kind of have to get into the flow, into the rhythm of things, and I just hadn't gotten into any flow or rhythm, I feel like. And it's like trying to row a boat with the anchor down, So just trying to get, and I've mentioned this before, and I think this has been kind of a theme that I've been working through, but it's so funny, you kind of see, when you reflect on things, you kind of see the obvious come through in hindsight, but of course when you're going through it, you don't get it. But I don't know, I think I've just allowed my frame of mind, and even just like my mental, I don't know, my my mental lowness, maybe just my lack of energy, or my kind of cynical outlook, I kind of let that just take over. So I'm trying to take steps to not let that happen. I'm trying to take steps to reframe things, and I did that, and I felt way better today. Like, honestly, a lot of times when I'm at work, like, I'm just so doggone tired and I have no motivation. It's like this malaise. It's this kind of depressed feeling, and even like I've been getting enough sleep, but something just still feels off. So just try to change my mindset. And, they say things like having gratitude and whatnot, but sometimes when I talk about gratitude, when I think about gratitude, or I look into gratitude, I'm like, yeah, I have all these awesome things. Why do I still feel like crap? So I'm working on taking care of my physical health. I think that has a big impact. Working on reframing the way I think about things. Working on the way that I think about how this could be better or that could be better. Like, no, just it is what it is right now, and how can I find joy in it? And it doesn't hurt to have just a great home. Man, I couldn't imagine my home situation being bad. It has been bad before, but that was when I was a lot younger and stuff like that. But like, man, there's people who go home and they have a crappy situation where like people are unhappy, people are fighting, there's apathy, there's negativity, and I could not imagine that, because it's one thing to have some negative feelings in your daily life when you leave home, when you go run the errands and check things off your list. But if you have a safe space to come home to, that takes away a lot of the difficulties. So I'm very fortunate for that. And when I come home, I get so happy. I'm glad to see my family, glad to see the people I love, yada, yada, yada. But yeah, trying to make these changes here, trying to make some positive changes. So we'll see how it goes. It's a marathon, baby. Let's keep running. All right, peace.